Hello folks, today we are headed out to an old pirate haven. And that is, it is the biggest island in Montenegro. Hey, but he looked like a, kind of a former Russian special forces kind of guy. He was nice about it at first, and he said, he kept on saying closed, closed, and I didn't know what he was talking about. And when I kept walking, he got really, a little pissed off and said, put his hand down like this and said, closed, in no uncertain terms. And then I understood. We're entering one of two tunnels. Let me get out of the road there. My God. My God. Woo. Old pirate haven. Guess we call these pirates the pirates of the Adriatic. There are lots of places to do some pirating, some looting, right? Some pillaging. I wanted you to see how awesome the trip was, how treacherous it was, and with the things that I do just to come out and see things for you. But man, it's just so full of history, just to look at it. Hello folks, today we are headed out to an old pirate haven on an island off the coast of the Adriatic. We'll be headed there. I'm going to take out my garbage. This is going to be one of my epic walks. It's 2 hours away by foot, about 5 or 6 miles from my Airbnb, which is where I'm at right now. And I am going to take you with me on my journey. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be hot. It's one of those hot spring days, and I am ready because I put on a lot of sunscreen. I'm ready to brave this treacherous journey with you to pirate heaven, pirates of the Adriatic. We'll see it together as soon as I get there. Boy, now I've been in Budva for about a week and a half now, and a little bit more than a week and a half, and I love it. I was a little skeptical at first. It's this small little town, and it's kind of new to me. I've never thought about Montenegro or the Balkan Peninsula, the former Yugoslavia, or any of those things until I started to make my plans for this trip. I was looking for some places to stay that are outside of the Schengen area, and Montenegro, Serbia, the former, Bosnia-Herzegovina, all those are the former Yugoslavia. They are not part of the Schengen area. The Schengen area is basically a European area where you can travel pretty well freely, right? Without all of these border checks. But you can only stay there for 90 days in any 180-day period. So I just came from Portugal. I stayed there for about 29 days. And I was looking for a place to get out of the Schengen area so that I could go to other places in Europe, like Poland, maybe Italy, France, Germany, maybe the Czech Republic, maybe Slovakia, those places. But Montenegro is not part of that. It's part of the Schengen area, at least not yet. And I thought I'd come here. It looked like a great place to come. I'd seen some other vloggers come here. It's pretty nice. A little bit of difficulty with the language because, unlike in Portugal, not too many people speak English. So I have to kind of get along. And the stores, boy, I knew in Portugal they wanted you to do your business and go. That is so true here. It's like, dude, we know you got to eat your groceries. Just do it, buy your stuff, and make way for the next guy. So, I grab my groceries as quickly as I can. take them home. And it's usually the same old thing because you know, when I go get the cheese, I don't know how to ask her. I just want this many slices or whatever it is, and I should really learn a little bit of the language here, but it is what it is. What are you going to do, right? And besides, I don't have extra sharp cheese here, which is, my God. Those creature comforts from home. So you get creative with what you got, right? Bell peppers seems to be the norm here. So I make lots of dishes with bell peppers and onions. I have this one bell pepper that looks like a red chili. It looks just like one, but it's just a really good tasting bell pepper. That's all it is. So I tend to buy those, and I try and pretend that it's, you know, the kind of New Mexico red chili that I love so much. But the other food is delicious here too. So I got no problem. I had that. Had a spicy gyro last week. Oh, it was so good. You know, it's the best thing I've had so far. I had French fries and it was delicious. But anyhow, I'm finally here. Throw my garbage. So I'll show you. Yes, that's where it is. It's all the way over here. Well, let me just show you again. Yep, this is where I throw it. It's right in front of this river here. I don't know if you can see that. Where everybody parks their cars. There's water running through it. I always wondered about that. Get a big rain. Those cars are going to go start floating down the river there. It's crazy. Yes, but that's how far I have to walk to throw my garbage, boy. You can't be lazy here. You see these folks here? They're all in line. They're all in line to go to the same place that I'm going to. Probably smarter than me because they're going there by bus, whilst I'm going there by foot. And let me tell you, it is a treacherous journey. Time to come a little bit clean. I've already walked there. And the reason that I walked there already was to test to see if I could get there or not. Because if you take a look at a map, you see that you have to walk along these highways and stuff, and there isn't much space for somebody to walk. But man, it was quite a journey, and I'm willing to take it twice, right, just to show you what it's like over there. But again, those folks back there taking that bus, probably smarter than me, but they are going to miss the awesome view, right? All of the experiences along the way, because it's not the destination necessarily. Although we're going to a pirate haven, it is the journey, and it's what we're going to experience as we go. See that? That is Sveti Stefan. As you can see, as we pan this way, that is Old Town Budva. And that is, it is the biggest island in Montenegro. The locals call it Hawaii because they go out there to sit in the sun, because beaches that are a premium here. Every inch of beach here is accounted for in the tourist season. Everybody's just lying on the beach, and every beach that there is, there's somebody there occupying it. And I think they rent these chairs that you can get some sun on, right? So if there's a beach over in Sveti Stefan, they're gonna go and find it. You see, Montenegro is it's not a very big country. It's pretty small, and population is kind of small. Nicola, the guy that brought me here in the in my Uber, well, it's not an Uber, in his as he called it, the limousine service, although there was no limousine. He said that Montenegro's police force consists of about 2,000 2,000 men, 2,000 men and women, I assume. And you know, that I was thinking about that and about Albuquerque. The greater Albuquerque area has about, I don't know, 600,000 or 700,000. That's where I'm, you know, in New Mexico. It's that area around Albuquerque and Rio Rancho and all of those, you know, surrounding suburbs. That population that I come from, that's how many people live in the entire country. It's pretty tiny, right? But it's a beautiful country. For its smallness, it packs a big bang, and what it has to offer, it's gorgeous. And you know, just think about my journey here today. It's you know, it's a 6-hour journey. I mean, or not a 6-hour, 6-mile journey. And you will see along our route how beautiful it is, and you know how treacherous it is as well. There is something to be said about taking long journeys by foot. You get to experience everything that the country has to offer from here to there that you wouldn't experience if you're just going by, you know, when everything is kind of passing by in a blur when you're on a bus. But you also get to experience the pain, right? The heat and everything else. A lot of private roads. One I just came down is a private road. Nobody stopped me. On my first journey here, I accidentally went a little bit too far into, I guess, the grounds of a hotel. And this tough looking, I don't know, he sounded like he had a Russian accent to me, but he looked like a, you know, kind of a former Russian special forces kind of guy. He stopped me, and you know, he was nice about it at first, and he said, he kept on saying closed, closed, and I didn't know what he was talking about, and I was thought he was talking about, because I had a camera with me, I thought he was asking me to turn it off. And when I kept walking, he got really, you know, a little pissed off and said, put his hand down like this and said closed in no uncertain terms. And then I understood, and I was like, I'm sorry, I begged for forgiveness, you know, don't hurt me there, I'm just a dumb American tourist. But no one stopped me going down this place, right? This is also called the Budva Riviera. I've never been to the French Riviera, but I imagine it's a lot like this. But let me show you something here. All right, this is the coast. You can see the boats headed out. I know where they're headed out to, but let me zoom in. Right over there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's our destination. That's the pirate haven. You can just see it way out there in the distance. Yep, we're headed out there. I can't get there from here going straight across as the crow flies, so I have to walk this beautiful path along the beach and then along one of the highways that runs through here. This is a pedestrian area, but there's also heavy traffic on it. Nobody seems to mind though. Everybody shares it. Vehicles and locals and tourists alike. We're entering one of two tunnels that we have to get through in order to get to Saint Stefan. Oh boy, going through these, let me show you, that's pretty kind of dark and spooky. I don't know if you can see how dark it is. You have all of these lights kind of lighting it up, but it's darker than the camera kind of reveals, and you can see all of these kind of leaking water spots everywhere. I don't know if that's good or bad. I tend to think it might weaken the tunnel structure. One of the things you have to consider when walking through one of these long tunnels, at least for me they seem very long, is that Montenegro is prone to earthquakes. There was a a really big one back in 1979. It occurred about 20 miles south of the airport I flew into, which is about an hour away from Budva. And it destroyed almost all of Old Town Budva. I think there's like 400 buildings there, and I think like 10 of them survived intact. What a thing to think about, right? when you're walking through a tunnel. Oh boy. But I say it's a long tunnel, and there's the end of it. And if you look right out there, there's that highway we're coming up to, right? That's the next step on this journey, on this epic walk of mine, and we'll see how that goes. Guy working on a painting, looks like, or maybe he's just a graffiti artist, kind of doing it out in the open. Interesting things you see. I'm walking up this steep incline, always these inclines everywhere I go. They're everywhere. And this will lead me up to the highway that I was talking about. So, oh boy, this is a bit treacherous here, folks. This is all I have between me and and traffic in this highway this little highway I'm walking across to see. It shows a walker. They're not me because I'm a little bit thicker than this guy, but telling them to be careful. Well, at least that, right? At least they're warned a little bit. You see, I don't know if you can see her, but I'm following a local. She just walked down this path as well. So I figure if the locals can do it, dumb American like me can do it. Let me get out of the road there. There she is. That looks like a biker gang up there. Sveti Stefan, our destination. Yeah, boy, walking through this beautiful forest here, right out of nowhere. I was thinking about Ito and what he said, talking about Istanbul being at the kind of the border between two different cultures, two different religions, Budva and the church, the Eastern Orthodox Church of Saint Stefan, is right there on that border as well. This is where kind of at least in the old days, where the Muslim world met the Christian world. In fact, the church that we're going to right now is Eastern Orthodox Church. So it's not, it's not like it's not a Catholic church. And just across the sea there, the Adriatic is Italy, where in a little while the College of Cardinals will come out and announce. They will announce Mundi et Orbi Habemus Papam, which is Latin for to the city and to the world we have a pope. But the Eastern Orthodox Church here doesn't, they don't have a pope, they have a patriarch. So it's a pretty interesting part of the world, this Balkan Peninsula. A lot of recent history going back to the First World War has occurred here. Even NATO being involved in here in Montenegro, even though Montenegro is now a part of part of NATO, but a lot of history going on. One of the interesting things about Montenegro and even Portugal is all of this graffiti that you have over here. And this graffiti is interesting. This graffiti is written in Cyrillic. Cyrillic, right? That's an alphabet used in Eastern Europe a lot, right? By the Russians especially. It's a widely used alphabet. And I was just noticing as I walked along here, but this right here, what this says, it says, read, crazy people, as in read this, I guess. You're probably thinking, boy, this Burqueño here, he reads Cyrillic. Nah, I have my little translator here. It's awesome. I took a picture of it and it translated it for me. So I can read just about anything. Well, if I ever make it to China, I'm wondering if it's going to translate all of those characters. We shall see. But it's really cool to be able to read things. And any when I was looking at Google Maps, I was looking at all of these narrow little roads, and I saw this one, and I kept thinking, boy, if there's a lot of traffic here, how will I ever make it across? And I was just thinking that I was not going to be able to walk here. I am learning a lot while traveling. You can do a lot of things. You just have to give it a go. You have to be bold, right? You can't say, no, I can't do it. You have to try at least. And boy, what a journey this is. Look at these terraces. It's something I would have missed, all of this. Not experiencing it if I just jumped in a van and just sped along all the way up here. There goes the bus. And this is where I would have gotten off if I had ridden here on that bus. And it's just right behind all of these bushes here. I am going to go down these stairs. Yes, it's probably got a better view. I don't know, let's see. My God. My God. Woo! Look at that. You've got a yacht moored out there, right? Just right off the coast there. Ooh, almost fell down there. Looks pretty awesome. It's like James Bond, right? One of his Bond girls out on a yacht off of the coast in the Adriatic, right? Just hanging out, having a good time, doing his spy stuff. In the old days, that would have been the Cold War, so Montenegro would have been part of the Eastern Bloc, but he would have had one heck of a view. There it is, folks. Saint Stefan. Old pirate haven. Look at those walls. It just seems like a perfect pirate haven, right? You come out, park your pirate ship right there off the coast. Come on in, protected from all the English Royal Navy, or in this case, I suppose it would be one of the Italian city-states, because it's on the Adriatic. Guess we call these pirates the Pirates of the Adriatic. Living on this. This is truly stunning. It's an island connected to the mainland by a causeway right there. And all these beaches, right? All these beaches just for people to hang out. When I walked out here last week, these beaches were filled with people all over the place. Again, like I said, these beaches come at a premium, but imagine sunning yourself out on a beach in front of this fortress, this citadel. So this place was home to some local families way back in the 1400s. And what happened was the Turks had a fleet or some ships on Yaz Beach over near Budva, which is way over there on the other side over there, on the other side of Nikolak Island over there. But they raided some Turkish ships, and the Turks in retaliation razed the town to the ground. And the inhabitants asked the Venetians, hey, for some help. Hey, can you help us rebuild? And the Venetians, wanting to protect their trade routes to the east, rebuilt it in the 1500s. And that's when it really became a pirate haven, rather. I imagine that that they were pirating the Turks, right? Pirating their ships and taking their stuff. There are lots of places to do some pirating, some looting, right? Some pillaging. Like I said, on the other side of the ocean, on the other side of the sea, right, of the Adriatic, is Italy. The rich cities of Italy. And back when this was a haven for pirates, Italy was in the Renaissance, and it was a rich peninsula, rich from trade from the east. Man, now I know you're hoping that I'm able to go inside and show you. I'm not. This town is a victim. It's a victim to tourism. It's telling you about the long history here. It used to be have a casino on it in recent times. Kirk Douglas and Elizabeth Taylor, Orson Welles used to visit here back when it was still a part of the Eastern Bloc. And then when Yugoslavia broke up, all of that ended, and Montenegro trying to, they're trying to vitalize their economy, put it up for bid, and a hotel bought it, and now that's what it is. You can stay here. Wish I'd known that. Probably pretty expensive. You can stay here and see the inside, even the church, right? It's sad when it's commercial that way. I don't mind the hotels and all that. I just wanted to see it. Just wanted to go inside and see it. But you're gonna have to use your imagination about it, right? This is just a perfect spot for defense, for pirate raids, and all of that. Let's give you at least a glimpse of what it might have looked like in there. And there it is. A lot of locals here taking a look. Look at that water. Jeez. Look how clear it is. Got a greenish hue to it. So I think you can just imagine. You can imagine Captain Jack Sparrow and his group of scallywags making this a home port for his pirates of the Adriatic. I hope it wasn't too big a letdown that I didn't go inside. I knew that from the beginning, but man, I just wanted you to see it. I wanted you to see how awesome the trip was, how treacherous it was, and with the things that I do just to come out and see things for you. But man, it's just so full of history, just to look at it. I'm gonna hang out over here for a little while before I make that hour journey back. Whew. But wow, glad I walked, even if it is for the second time. This old man, he's maybe old, He's willing to trek out to the boondocks in Montenegro for you. Folks, thanks for coming with me on this epic walk. I think it's one of the, probably going to be the longest walks that I've ever done in my life. More than, I don't know, 28,000 steps. 12 miles likely by the time I get back. So I'm only halfway there. I'm just telling you, I'm in anticipation of making it all the way back from this long journey, boy. But it was worth it to come out and see this pirate haven. Just spectacular. This beautiful village, which is, I guess now is a hotel, but still, man, I would pay some money. I wish I'd known before I got here that I could pay who knows how much it is just to stay there and experience it, listening to the waves lap up against the shore here, and then come out and sunbathe every morning and just kind of imagine pirate ships coming and going here right near Budva. It's history, and it's what I came out here to see, right? It's what I came out to experience. Glad I did it. And thanks for coming with me. I very much appreciate it. Until our next journey.